Hello and welcome to my Metal Team Guide. So, a short introduction. I've played Q-Snipes for pretty much almost a month now and played against a bunch of different team compositions. And I can confidently say that my team is one of the most consistent teams when it comes to winning Q-Snipes against other top finals players that is currently playing the Q-Snipes. Many are probably wondering what Q-Snipes are. It's pretty much where a lot of people go into a Discord and join the voice channel. Someone counts down and everyone queues ranked at the same time to get into the same lobby as everyone else. This basically makes the lobbies extremely stacked with a lot of good teams. And here are the best team comps as of now. The first team comp is Light, Medium, Heavy. Light runs Cloak, XP54, Taser, Glitch Grenades and Frags. Medium runs Healing Beam, FCAR or AK, Defibs, Zipline and Jump Pad. And Heavy runs Mesh Shield, Lewis, Dome Shield, C4 and RPG. This is the team comp I run every game because I'm a light player. You need Medium for mobility and Heavy for tanking and destruction. The team comp looks simple at first, but it's one of the hardest comps to run because it struggles against Heavy, Medium and Medium, Heavy. I'm gonna explain those later. But Light, Medium, Heavy is also the strongest comp if played correctly. That's because of Glitch Grenades. They counter the other meta team compositions. So pretty much Heavy and Medium play together and the Light goes for off angles and annoys teams. Kinda like Tracer from Overwatch. But that playstyle depends on what team comps you're playing against. I'll go into details later explaining what to do against specific team compositions. The second team comp is Medium, Heavy. The first Medium runs Healing Beam, AKM or FCAR, Defibs, Jump Pad and APS. APS is to counter nade spam and RPGs from enemy heavies, or replace the APS for Zipline for double mobility. The second Medium runs Recon Senses, FCAR, Defib, Zipline or Jump Pad, gas mines or grenades. The Heavy runs Mesh Shield, Lewis, Dome Shield, C4 and RPG. This comp is pretty similar to Light, Medium, Heavy, but you get info with Recon Senses and extra mobility with jump pads and ziplines. This comp also counters Light, Medium, Heavy if the Light has bad positioning, because usually the Light plays away from the team and Recon allows you to see the Light roaming alone. The third comp is Heavy, Medium. The first Heavy run Mesh Shield, Lewis or Shotgun, Dome Shield, C4 and RPG. The second Heavy also runs Mesh Shield, Shotgun, Dome Shield, C4 and RPG. The only thing that's kinda different is the primary weapon. The Medium runs Healing Beam or Recon Senses, FCAR, Defibs, Zipline and Jump Pad. This comp is all about kiting and sustain. You have insane amount of DPS because of double shotgun or one Lewis plus shotgun, and the sustain from shields. So pretty much you use the jump pad / zipline to gap close the enemy and shove your shotgun into the enemy's faces. And with the amount of extra HP you get from shields and bubble, it allows you to live longer compared to the other team compositions. And I kinda forgot about RPG and C4, it's very good as well. I can say that Heavy, Medium is the easiest comp to play, because if you make mistakes you don't get punished as hard as you would playing Light, Medium, Heavy or Medium, Heavy. So in terms of difficulty playing, I'm putting Light, Medium, Heavy as the hardest, Medium, Heavy as the second hardest, and Heavy, Medium as the easiest comp to play. Now I'll talk about the in-depth usage of Light, Medium, Heavy. So this is the comp I have the most hours on and the most experience with, and how to play against certain team comps as a light player. Before I start talking about the team composition, you need to understand that Light, Medium, Heavy relies a lot on the light player to land glitch nades and not make mistakes like dying to RPGs instantly before a fight even starts. If your light can't effectively land glitches or get value in getting picks roaming, I would instead play Medium, Heavy or Heavy, Medium. Now we have the team composition that Light, Medium, Heavy struggles against. So, first example is Heavy, Medium, the composition that runs into your face while holding hands and overwhelms you with HP and DPS. We have recently been testing different strats to beat that team composition, and the things we have been trying is, instead of using frag grenades on Light, you swap them out for flashbangs in the final round for example. And instead of double mobility on the Medium, you swap out one movement gadget with gas mines to use as protection against W keying. You put one mine on the objective and one where your team is playing. So if the Heavy, Medium team jump pads on you, the gas goes off and it deals entry damage, you can use the gas to get away from them. Or you can swap out gas mines for APS against teams that like to jump pad and insta RPG. So you just sit on the APS and wait for them to make a move. Another thing you can do is swap out XP54 for double barrel to kill the Medium instantly and cut off their sustain. But that also depends on if the Medium is using Recon or Healing Beam. If the Medium has a Recon, I would say play XP54. I'm still experimenting with different ways of winning versus Heavy, Medium, so this might not be relevant in the future. Light usually plays a bit far away from your team, but against Heavy, Medium, Light needs to play with the team, because you need to glitch and taser one of the heavy shotguns pressing W. Also try to avoid getting RPG'd. So your Heavy needs to block incoming damage, then instantly go offensive when your Light lands a glitch, taser or a flashbang in this example. Let's say the enemy team is in a corner or grouped, your Light lands a glitch, your Heavy and Medium can instantly follow up with RPG and damage, making the fights in favor for the Light, Medium, Heavy team. The main takeaway here is to make sure that they don't get close, because once they get close, light medium heavy is weaker than heavy heavy medium. So controlling space and making sure that they don't get to play their game is crucial. If the heavy heavy medium team takes control of the objective, you pretty much lose because you need to make a play and fight shotgun close range. You can't really face check the team either because of 2 bubbles with shotguns. Most heavy medium teams will sit below objectives and blow the cash out down, and some will wait for you to try and steal objective, then jump out high ground and take control of high ground while you're down below. Against medium heavy with 1 medium using recon, you cannot roam as a light. The light needs to stick with the team or play a spot where you can't get pushed easily from. So you can bait them to push you while your teammates get other angles. Because usually mediums with recon, they see 1 guy alone and they're gonna try and push that 1 guy. Also, when fighting recon, be aware of when recon is active or not. There's an auto queue when someone is actively using recon, and use that window to move once they're not reconning. And this is so you can get a better position. Here's an example of me baiting 2 people to push me because they see that I'm alone. Also, this team kinda messed up. The heavy should be shielding in front.
It's just heavy now.
Heavy taser on me. My body.
We go.
Drop now. So against other light medium heavy teams, I recommend putting thermal vision on the light. The reason is so you can spot other light players roaming in this and get free picks. For example, if you see 2 teams running 1 light, I would go thermal just so the light can get free info and have an easier time to deal with the cloaked lights on the enemy team. Your medium and your heavy place the same gadgets, but I would personally not swap out frag grenades for thermal if there's only 1 light in the knockout rounds. Frag offer way more value in that kind of lobby, but I will always personally swap out frag grenades for thermal vision if I'm in the final round against other lights I know is running cloak. So how do you actually play against light medium heavy in the final round? So your light player should be looking for 1v1s on the enemy light player, kinda like a tracer 1v1, while your medium and heavy deals with the other 2. That's kinda how the matchup goes. Your light player always focus the other light player. I will not go into hard detail of medium heavy or heavy medium because I don't have a lot of experience with those team compositions, but I will touch on them. Let's start with medium heavy, and the recon variant is the strongest in my opinion. So the recon player kinda acts like a fragger, while the medium with the healing beam acts more like a support, helping the recon player and the heavy by providing healing to the team. As the recon player, your job is to shoot your gun and give callouts on enemy positions, while your heavy does the entry damage with RPG and protects with bubble and shield. The medium with the healing beam should not only be a heal bot, but also shoot when he has the chance. As a support, your main focus is to make sure that the team is alive, and if you're able to do damage, you should. Think of this role as Ana from Overwatch, where DPSing is just as important as healing. Heavy does heavy things like shielding, C4ing objectives, and RPGing light players. So the recon player usually gives callouts on enemy locations, and let's say a random light is split from his team. Your job as the medium recon is to instantly call that push and jump pad on the light. That is the best way to utilize recon. And as usual, you should play together as a team most of the time. Another variation of this team composition is to run double APS and barricade so you can't get nade spammed. You place APS behind the barricade so it doesn't get destroyed easily, and you play head glitch behind the barricade and just beam people trying to retake the objective. You also never want people to get close. You need to play range because it's very bad close range compared to long range. Now for the easiest team composition to run. Heavy medium. There are 2 variants where medium either runs healing beam or recon. The reason recon works is because of the sustain you get with double heavy. Healing beam gives you more sustain and recon gives you more information, so pick your poison. This team comp is pretty easy to run, but that kinda depends on what primary weapons you use on the heavies. If you run double shotgun, you kinda just run at people and use the mobility from the medium to get close. If you run 1 Lewis and 1 shotgun, it becomes a bit different, where if you get pushed, your heavy with the Lewis shields and the heavy with shotgun shoots. This comp also has a lot of pressure when it comes to defending a cash out because of 2 heavies running C4, so it's very easy to defend the cash out, since you can kite the enemy using double shield and bubble. And it's very easy to retake because of double bubble and double mesh shield, so you can pretty much jump on the objective and just toss your bubbles and shield, and you can just easily retake. One strat I've seen a lot of heavy teams do is that they place C4 on the objective and just wait below, and either they blow it down or the enemy blows it down. After that, they take a jump pad from outside and retake the high ground, so they can pretty much do a bombing run with double RPG. So pretty much, if you run double heavy, you almost never want to play high ground, but you play low ground if you have the objective. Another thing you can do is swap out 1 mesh shield with goo gun. You can pretty much use the goo gun to push the cash out away from its original position. An example of this is moving platforms on Soul, where you can drop the cash out off the moving platform with the goo gun. The heavy with shotgun needs to run goo gun, not the Lewis player, since shotgun synergizes way better with the goo gun. You can also stop shotgun heavies pushing you if you goo their feet, and you can also use the goo to stagger people. In this example, we're looking to stagger the last guy. This is where we delay killing the last player for a while, because when we do kill him later, the respawn timer fully resets, so the whole team is dead for longer. This way the cash shot is uncontested for a longer period of time, making it impossible to steal. You can stagger without using Gugan, but it's way easier if you use Gugan. So please leave a like and a sub if you found any of this helpful. I'm super close to 10k subscribers, so I would love for everyone that made it this far to sub. Thank you all. If you want more content, go follow my Twitch. I'll be live pretty much every single day, grinding the finals. I hope to see you in the arena.